Right, this is stage 1 of the Pass gravel racing series. It's on the new track round the because they cancelled one of the races, so this is the new track around the jungle. It's Wednesday the 8th, and it was at more or less 4:15 p.m. UK time. I started a bit slowly because I was trying to set up my MacBook to record it, so hence I was a little bit late on, and the group got away, so I had to put a bit of a kick in. You can see in the top mini map that I'm near the back of the group. Everything recorded okay, so that was good. And then there's a bit of a gap here. Once I get settled in, I put the power down a little bit and try to jump across a couple of groups. I mean, it's range 2 this, which is the higher end of the category for me, which is 270 watts to 390 watts, so this is the high one. Fancied the gravel series because it's something to go for after the ZRL finishes, so I'm trying to get across to the front group now, and you can see in the top left hand corner that my average watts per kilo is over 3 at the moment, which is high end for me. I think I'm in the group, so it's me caught up. I'll teach us to not pay attention to what I'm doing. So I normally finish sort of mid-pack with this. There's 102 started, so I'm hoping to get above 50. Probably overcooked it a little bit there because I was on the front. And my plan is to do this one, which is around about the 1/4 mark, and then have a bit of a rest and do the one after, which will be 5:15ish, which is the range one, which is the lesser race, and see how I get on. Just think, but what I was thinking was I wasn't aware that the course had changed, so I was a bit debating whether I was on the right race, but I was. They've just changed the course because there's some issue with the other course they had going. So at the moment, now it's all settling down, I'm just trying to get my heart rate back down and sitting on the group. So I'm where I want to be, mid-pack, and we're just approaching the climb. Again, I wasn't aware that this climb was on it, so it was a bit of a suck it and see how I get on. So lately I've been climbing around about 2.8 watts per kilo, maybe a little bit less, but on this one I just want to stay attached to the front group as best I can. There's a fair few ahead of me, 28th, sort of 30th going in. And although it's not mega steep, this I think it tops out about 4%, and there's little breakers in every so often. This was my first attempt at it, so it was a bit of a recon for the race I'm going to do after. So just sitting in again, now my average watts per kilo is coming down to 2.6, which is kind of where I'm at in relation to my FTP. Definitely getting stronger. I'm definitely feeling like I'm getting stronger, so everything's going in the right directions, and I'm just trying to maintain the position that I'm in. Climbing's not my strong point, but I am down about 92 kilos at the moment, so that is helping. Right, so I'm just trying to nip onto the back of this group here. You're better sitting in with the draft line, it's easier. You can see that you actually are getting some draft effect, and I think yellow, you can definitely, on yellow sections you can definitely draft. So I'm just trying to hold on to with a few ahead of me, not get ahead of the group, and then on every red section, if I needs be, I can stand up. So I'm up to 22nd there, and we are just going to be approaching like a bit of a rest section, which is the blue section coming up on in the middle of the screen at the top. You can see you're going to get a little bit of a rest, and I think I was trying to stand up a little bit and put a bit extra effort in over there, so it's going alright. Heart rate's up to 140, which for me is good, top end of my range. cadence is alright. I think I must have used my steamroller, which flattens the gravel out for you for a short period of time. And then I must realise that when I get to the top of here, it sort of goes over the bridge, so it's down and then up again the other side. So 22nd, 24th coming up here. I'm on a gravel bike, which now I think about it is why I was a bit flustered at the beginning, because when I dropped into the race, I thought I'd changed to a gravel bike when I finished the last session I did. So I was on a TT bike, but it had put us on the normal Zwift steel bike for some reason. So I had to log out and log back in again to get the Canyon Grail or whatever it's called with the zip wheels. That's what I'm using. So I'm just trying to manage my own effort here. You've got to put a fair bit of a kick in here, and then it is going to be, you can see by the little map in the top right hand corner that it's going to be downhill. There's 2.6 miles to go, so I think I was wondering if I could super tuck going down here when I did it, but I think the gravel doesn't allow you to do that. So it's just a case of sitting in with these lot and seeing where I get to. I think I was thinking if anybody went, I would follow them, because then it means I would finish just slightly higher up. Obviously I've speeded the footage up. And then possibly because of my weight, I'm pushing like ahead of people. I didn't really want to, but I think it's because I'm heavier than them going downhill. Coming through these little arches, which to be fair might even be the same route we went up, which is going back down, but I'm not 100% sure. So just a case of sitting in, resting my legs. I'm averaging 2.6, which for me is good. So I don't want to do any more work than what I'm going to do, because I'm thinking there might be a bit of a sprint between the 6-7 of us that are here. And then we're just coming up, not knowing the finish. I'm trying to catch that person in front, and then I realise that I'm not the strongest rider in this group, and they've all just sat on me instead and now are coming past, and there isn't a great deal I can do about it, and I'm absolutely goosed. My legs are just out there on this one. So I think I look behind me and FM is 11 seconds behind me, so I know that they're not going to catch me. So I just sort of sit up and get it over the line. I'm quite happy with 24th out of 102 in this range 2 one. So that one's done. Right, I'm going to go straight on in the same video now. I'm going to try it and show you what happens in the range 1 race, which we should be starting in a few seconds. Right, so straight into the next race, which was on the same day, just follows on. This is range 1. I've just put in there in the text that I've done the race beforehand. So I'm feeling alright. I know the course now. I'm really fully warmed up. I've changed my top as well. I'm back to the orange top, which I like. And then it's just a case of setting away. I did take 2 bottles of orange into the garage with this, which is where I ride. And that was feeling a little bit like as if I hadn't eaten it as much, but I thought I'd just give it a good spin and go as fast as I could and try and get the best result. So 125 in this race, and although this first bit looks like it's downhill, it's still quite fast going. So my job here was just to sit in and do what I could, waiting for the climb, which I knew was coming. This race is actually not as long as the one that was scheduled. I did meant to mention that in the other race. It's not as long, I don't think, as what they thought it was going to. I think there was some glitching with the programs. That's why they cancelled whatever course it should have been on. It was meant to make you look faster. So I've managed to make my way up, and I'm at the front now, in the top sort of 10, which is where I want to be. Again, sometimes these monthly races that go on, I have been finishing in the sort of top 10, top 20 Not consistently, but it's a big ask, but I'll be well happy with it. My plan is to try and stay in the top 10, top 20, and then see where I can get to at the end. So I'm feeling alright, and we're coming down the end of the road here. As you can see from this one, in the left hand side corner, I'm only averaging 2.25 at the moment. I think the other one was averaging at this point around about almost 3 watts per kilo, but then I'm really feeling it because I've already done the race prior to this. So I know now that what this climb is like and what I think I can manage. So my intention is just to sit in a front group and try and stay with the very front of the race as to the top of the climb. And if I can do that, I should be in a good position to get a good finish. Obviously I know where I finish, so but I'm not going to let that on yet. So this is us now, and 30th coming into the bottom of the climb. Slowed the climb down a little bit just to make it a bit more watchable. So I'm 30th going in. I can see the front of the group, and I'm going to try and average around about 2.8 watts per kilo going up. That's where I want to be holding. You can see the below your name, you can see on the side in the blue there, it tells you what you're actually doing in watts per kilo, and it also tells you in the left hand corner at the top as well. So I'm 7th/8th going up here, and I know how long the climb is. It doesn't look that long on the little map in the top right hand corner, and in fact it's a pretty decent little climb for me, considering that I'm heavy, and I just keep putting in a bit of a big dig every now and again, standing up to try and keep with the front ones. And I'm thinking of these will all be decent climbers if they are top of the race. I'm just looking at the side there. Whatever anybody else is doing, I'm trying to do less in the watts per kilos department. And then the crucial bit here is the blue is not to rest in the blue bit when the gradient backs off, is to keep going. And then I'm thinking if I stand on the little red bits or when I need to, I can just sort of stay in. Again, looking like 11th or 12th is the back of this group, and there's no massive separation. It's just starting to separate now. So maybe there's 12 in the front group, and then there's 1 or 2 seconds gap to what's behind us. Yeah, that would look about right. If I'm 12th, that looks about right. So sometimes you can panic and you can just go a little bit too deep on these sections here when you don't need to, and then you can't recover enough. My heart rate's getting up there again, so 130 beats per minute. 140 is sort of like my max, around about 145 maybe if I really push it. So I'm feeling quite comfortable. I haven't used my steamroller, which flattens out the gravel at the moment, and as people are dropping back, I'm just putting a little bit of an effort to get onto this group. You can see by the blue drafting line that you're still in quite a bit of the draft, so you can be further back than what you think and still be in the group. So I think there's 9 here, so that's a top 10 finish if I can hold on. And going back, the next group behind is like 2 seconds, 3, 4 seconds, 8 seconds behind, so they're getting dropped now. So this is going to be the finishing group, I would have said. I've used my steamroller now because I'm getting near the front of the climb, and I was like literally at the edge, and I was feeling like I was going to bonk because I probably hadn't had enough to eat now at this point, so I've just downed the rest of my orange juice, and hopefully it's going to get us home. Again, this is quite steep, this last little bit, and this will shake a few out. So I managed to get over that, and now it's going to be the descent. And so what you want to do here, I don't know whether I do it, is sit at the back and just sort of stay touching, but you want to be doing less than anybody else. And if you look at my watts per kilo compared to everybody else's, I think I'm like 1.5 or something like that, and a little kick every time, so I just think I'm getting dropped, and then a little kick, and then gets us back in, and then you can sort of rest up and sort of freewheel a little bit. holding in. So you've either got your riders are all the same sort of strength. So this is the top 9 and I'm 9th. So I guarantee a top 10 finish, which I'm over the moon with. But the question was, did I have anything left for like a sprint finish, and are any of these really good sprinters? So I am thinking at the moment to try and do as least I can, so I've got a little bit more power at the end should I need it. And I kind of know where the finish line is, which we are coming up to now pretty rapidly. One lad goes off the front there. Cool Hand, he's off the front, and we sort of bringing him back. He's being brought back in, so you can go a little bit too early on some of these. So we are now down to like 0.3 of a mile coming in, and there's 9 of us. I'm sitting on the back. I'm not a brilliant sprinter, but I have got a bit of a kick if I need it. So there's 2 lads at the front there, M Nuts and the other lad, and they're at the front. One of them's dropped, somebody at the front's dropped a steamroller, which is going to give them an advantage, and I think people are starting to put the effort in now because you can see all the watts per kilo starting to go up. So I'm kicking as well. 5.36. Somebody's gone to 10 there at the front. I'm at 6.1. I'm just trying to surf people's wheels because I'm absolutely wrecked here. And then I just managed to stand up and give it one last little hit here. And I think I pipped the lad next to me because I finish 5th, which I'm well happy with. So training's going in the right direction, and I am getting a lot better. Thanks for watching.